Yeah, I will always take your help, Snides.
Mhm.
I mean, we're vets at this point together. We're just a regular old couple peas in a pod.
Yeah, I think we were on the stream when you guys got the email and we had a.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. That was really cool. It's just who I was talking to some guys down this weekend, and they're like, Silas Murray. He was like, oh yeah, he was like, I remember that stream because I gave you and Hartling a shout out about being back on the mic and pushing in the back of the World Series. But I was walking around and Silas was like, yeah, he goes, I remember that video, like when you're on there and you got a message saying check your email. Whoopsie daisy. But imagine this, there's still fucking guys out there and men and ladies and gentlemen still out there just fucking streaming.
They're not going to be able to get everybody though. Like that's. Then
why'd you have to get us? We were actually fun.
Right, but like we just happened to have someone say check your email, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that and we're not just like restreaming where you had like you had depth to the stream. You know what I mean?
We have what they want.
Yeah, we have what people want to see. Unfortunately, it's just like you don't. Maybe not everyone realizes that.
we have what people want to see, but yet some people just don't want to see it.
Right.
It was pretty neat though. Like this weekend when I was down there, I was going up to some dugouts, and you know how I'm a social butterfly when I want to be for the pod, and multiple times throughout the weekend, and these are people I didn't know. They're like, "Oh fuck, I know that voice." They're like, "You're the pod guy, right?" I'm like, "Yep." Live and in person. But
still getting that question 3 years in.
You're the pod. Well, but you gotta think like a lot of people probably only heard the voice from the World Series.
That's true. Yeah.
You don't really fall over here, but tell you what, a bag of land sharks still just eases all the pain.
$50.
Yeah, for $50 you can have 4 land sharks.
Fuck,
delicious.
Although I did fuck around and went to Cocoa Beach. Eric Gray and I went to Cocoa Beach, grabbed ourselves a little lunch.
Where'd you go?
Enjoyable. Long Doggers.
Yeah, it's all right.
Dongers. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was just, but we're sitting there, and I was like, we each had a beer. What was this? This was Friday. We each had a beer, and she made a pina colada. And I just looked. I go, "You're gonna hate me." And she's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Well, come back when you're done." I go, "I want a frozen rum runner." She's like, "You're right. You are a fucking asshole." I said, "That's not the first time I've heard this today."
Wasn't gonna be the last.
No. Yeah, because then I chased Justin Grassini around the house naked, so that definitely wasn't the last time I heard it that day.
Both of you naked?
No.
Okay.
No. I was in the hot tub, and, I don't know, something came up, and I was naked.
Where'd you guys stay?
Story Lake, over near Orlando. It's on Orlando. It's like an hour from Viera, but I got to tell you, like, I know, especially when you're playing at 8 a.m. a couple days in a row.
Fuck that.
But the house was awesome.
Right.
Like, the house was great. But, yes, being an hour out sucks. But, guys, if you play a little better, you don't have to play at 8 in the morning. Hypothetically, they say.
Yeah, it's just tough, though. If you want to, like, shower after the game, you can't do that. Like, you can't go shower and come back. You know what I mean? That's what I don't like about it.
I love how you said after the game.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I showered once the whole time I was down there. I got back on Sunday, and then I got back Sunday. I'm like, I'm going to I got my bidet. My bidet will be back. I can fucking wash my ass nice. I can take a nice shower. Amanda painted the trim in the bathroom, so she's like, you can't fucking shower today. So I woke up Monday, I went to the gym, and I got back, and my hair was just fucking straight grease. That was lovely.
I can smell you. Just thinking about it, I can smell
Yeah. I actually smelled okay.
I can smell the hot tub.
I don't know how, man. If I'm coaching, I smell like shit from sitting there sweating all day.
Right.
Well, Saturday it wasn't that hot. Like it was like 50s. It was windy. So it wasn't like it was going to be this weekend, or even Thursday and Friday. It was nice. And then, after we got knocked out, I was going to go broadcast games on USSSAlive.com. Put in code BIP or bring it and just see what happens. I don't know. Maybe if enough people start doing that, then we can get our own. But, I went over there and they weren't broadcasting the games anymore at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I went back to the field. This was on Saturday. I went back. I went to watch the Ohio boys and went to watch some other teams. And I'm sitting there. I went to Wawa, grabbed a Sammy. It's Saturday at fucking 4 o'clock, 3:30. I'm like, why am I going to stay in Viera an hour from the house when the football games are on?
Mm-hmm.
So I packed myself up real quick after I ate my Sammy and got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, especially if there's no streaming to be done, which is like you kind of said that you would go down there and do it
Yeah.
while you were there. Well, hopefully they have more streaming this weekend when you're specifically going down to stream.
That's what I mean. I think, right now it sounds like they'll have multiple cameras starting at 5 o'clock on Friday, 12:30 on Saturday.
Who cares if there's multiple cameras? Like we just need one camera and a fucking microphone.
The major starts Friday 8 a.m., right?
Yeah.
So why aren't you at the stadium at 8 a.m.?
They want him to sleep in. He earned
People
it.
that get paid versus volunteers that have decisions for that.
Well, we'll figure it out.
I would love, DW reached out to me and when we were on the street, when he was on here a couple weeks ago, I was like, yeah, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Like starting at 8 a.m., I'll go until whenever it's done that night and then wake up Saturday, do the same thing. Like, come on, I haven't done.
You're crazy enough to go do every single game.
We know you don't have to shower.
He should, though. He doesn't have to, but he still should.
Someone will buy the $50 land sharks and bring them to you.
Oh, cute. Sure. That would be amazing.
There's a gas station down around the corner and a nice backpack.
Hey, I can bring them in myself now. Maybe I'll buy a cooler backpack before I go. But if that's the case, I was talking to Amanda. I was like, you know what? Maybe what I'll do, I'll just walk around the quads and do what I typically would do anyway, like at Worlds Previous, and just stand under the camera and
call the game.
Yeah, but I'll do it the J Rowe way.
Just let me know what field you're on.
Hey, J Rowe's on White Easton right now. You got USSSA Live being like, what the fuck is going on? They tune out the audio.
You could do that though, right?
350 people watching.
We could just post whatever field you're going to be standing under the camera at. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, send a beer J Rose way. He's at White Rawlings right now. You're just keeping a book down the third base line and yelling.
Well, I mean, like when I've been in Viera in the past, I've been, it's shocking and loud, but I've been sitting in the stands or behind, and I'll get texts from people being like, "Hey, what's the score? I can hear you on the stream." So we can make it work. Yeah. Speaking of making it work, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Challenge Cup edition of Bring It! We got the first weekend out of the way. Not bad weather. Not bad weather down in Florida. Not as nice as it's going to be this weekend, but we got a fun. Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna bring my banana hammock. So when I'm in the booth, I'm gonna have poor Jordan standing next to me is gonna be in trouble. But it's gonna be a nice weekend this weekend. Get out of this cold fucking weather and have some fun. So, D Money, what's up, baby? What's happening? What you drinking?
What's up, J-Ro? I'm excited. I'm excited for this weekend to go down to my first Challenge Cup. Excited that it's gonna be nice. Tonight I have myself a tartan cocktail, and yeah. I don't know if you know what this is. This is a Scotch, sweet vermouth, Drambuie, and Amaro. So
I just feel like, do you have a tray of Werther's Originals next to you?
Oh, I would love that.
That sounds actually pretty good.
I love Werther's Originals,
dude. Yeah. So we're old. We've hit the mark. So no, this is incredible.
Dustin stands on his front porch yelling at people driving too fast, going up and down his road with his tartan or blood and sand.
So I'm the first house on like a cul-de-sac. And I have yelled at people driving way too fast. Dude, Amazon, I'm always yelling at them. They
So the
fly
cocktail-
around our neighborhood. It's crazy. Like, what are you doing driving so fast? I understand you got a lot of deliveries to make. I feel you, mailman. I used to be in the delivery business. Okay? You don't need to drive this quick, especially when all the houses are so close together and there's a bunch of kids in the neighborhood.
So I've been delivering into a senior citizen like community. I've had 3 ladies in the last 2 days on their golf carts cut in front of me to stop me, to give me cards to send out to their grandkids for their birthdays. I'm like, lady, like this is a vehicle. Like, you can't just cut in front of me.
She's
I-
like,
I-
so is
time?
this.
They're
Every
doing the right
time.
thing. They got you.
Every time.
It
3 of
works.
them. Yeah.
I was really hoping you were going to say Flash You. I didn't know
Oh,
what kind of 55 and over community you were going to.
Oh, this is high end. This is like they probably pay I couldn't even tell you. But
They got
it's-
some good
classic.
old lady titties then.
Yeah.
That Mista lady, mailman killed her.
Coco, what's up, baby? What you drinking?
Nothing. Today, I just, in a beer glass, I just have some lemonade.
Mikey, the mailman, Magic Mike, Snipes, Snides, so many fucking Mr. Clean. There's just a plethora of nicknames. What's up, baby? What's happening? What you drinking?
Some iced tea.
Yeah. Are we going Arnold Palmer or are we sticking with the sweet tea?
No, just some
sweet
sweet
tonight.
tea. Yeah.
How quickly did you adjust to the sweet tea down there?
I liked it before.
So it's lovely. It's like it's
Yeah.
a second home.
It's
for
heaven
you.
now. Yeah.
That's great. I love
Mhm.
that. Yeah, this is going to be a good week. I'm looking forward to D. I'm looking forward to seeing you down there, watching you guys play. Challenge Cup's unique. I mean, D, you and I are virgins. My hymen is busted open now. Snides and Coco, you guys have both been a couple times. Interesting thing. One thing I consistently heard when I was down there was while the 24-hour tournament was tough on the body, it was weird. It was probably the most exciting and enjoyable experience, because you had everybody there all the time, and just kind of you're always bumping into people, and it just felt different. This felt like a normal tournament, and I didn't really get the mystique like it had been in the past.
So I wasn't at the tournament where they had that. That was that first year. We were watching and talking about it. I think you're going to see a very different tournament at that complex. When you're seeing good, like it's just going to be good softball at every single field. And I think you'll feel that difference. The women's majors games, they're fucking so much fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
All of the higher end stuff that you'll see. I think you're going to notice a huge difference in it this weekend coming up.
I think obviously there's going to be a difference, but I think what he's getting at more of is the fact that the entire thing is there in one weekend.
Yeah.
As opposed to having it split up. So it's like you have the 50-something D teams, the 50, and that's just on the men's side, 50 E teams, and everyone's playing at all hours of the night.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was meaning. That because I heard that multiple times saying like that time there was this like aura about it. Like we went watched New Hampshire E, Mass D, didn't really get a chance to see Rhode Island or Massachusetts E teams, but like even the women, I mean, I don't think there was any local women that went down for D or E. It just didn't have, I don't know, it was a weird feel. It just kind of felt like a normal-ish tournament. You knew some guys on teams, you didn't. But that was the resounding thing I heard was that 24-hour tournament when everybody was there the same weekend was unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know why I know why they got rid of it, but I think it'd be cool maybe to just do it every 3 years.
Why'd they get rid of it?
Because people were playing all night. People were worried about getting hurt.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even the playing. Like, think about if someone's staying an hour away. They're leaving at 3 a.m. to drive an hour away. If they get in a car accident, what's the liability? You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of drugs you're just taking throughout that much time too to stay awake is,
Yeah,
but it's Florida; they're everywhere.
I think the last year they did, or the 1 year they did, I think it wasn't warm either. I think it was miserable.
Oh yeah, it looked bad. It was raining overnight. Yeah, it was something for sure.
So we're only starting to hear the positives of that tournament and the 24-hour kind of schedule. We're only starting to hear them now. Like right after that tournament, everyone could not stand
I think it's cool because
That format.
everyone's there for the same week, the same time.
Yeah, I think so too. It almost would be sweet if it was like throughout the week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so you showed up, you got to kind of see the end of one tournament.
Right.
Someone else gets to show up, they see the end of your tournament type thing.
I do enjoy. I do like that they make it like 3 days. So you go down, pool plays Thursday, bracket starts Friday. If you win Friday, you play a couple. If you lose Friday, you don't play till Saturday. I don't hate it. Like, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think it's not a bad idea, especially when you have all these teams coming from all over the country. So, like, if you're flying in from, Alaska, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, some of these really tough places, like, now it's a 3-day tournament. That's not bad. Like, that's worth a flight.
Did you get to do the bat demo?
No, I got delayed because I got delayed out of here. I got down at like 4:00 on whatever day that was, Wednesday. By the time I got my shit and got down there and paid the fucking $8 to get in, would have been like 6:00, and I didn't want to turn right back around and come home. So, yeah, that one got pushed to the side. So,
are they doing it? Are they kind of doing it this weekend too, or what?
I think they're doing it Wednesday, right? D.
I would assume
Tomorrow?
Thursday. Probably.
They did it Wednesday this past week.
Maybe Wednesday then. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because some of the fields are going to be open tomorrow too. You would unless they'll switch it over for the major after the games tomorrow. Then the one quad, because I think it's the red quad in the stadium for the major for the most part.
Which kind of bums me. Selfishly, I get it. You're not going to be putting up and down a temporary fence because that takes a lot. But
they do play on the big fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could see some like of the women major as well play on the stadium field.
Yeah,
but it's tough when the major is there.
But I'm not broadcasting till 5, so I'll just be walking around with a gimbal, fucking doing content.
Also, selfishly, it looks like just about all of our games are there, which is sick.
At the stadium?
At the stadium, yeah.
Really, all your games are at the stadium?
Yep.
Pretty much. I didn't even look at the bracket. That's cool.
Yeah. Same.
I saw the teams you were playing. It's like I feel like every year the Northeast plays the same teams.
Who you guys got, D?
We have Ohio and North Carolina.
Fun.
Yeah, last year I think we had Ohio, New Mexico.
In this tournament, I don't think it's really going to matter which one you're in. It's all going to be good teams.
It's pool play too. Pool play don't mean shit.
Yeah, and Ohio and North Carolina are going to be really good teams, and I think that's great for us. You know what I mean? I always like being in tough pools, so I'm excited for it.
No, that'll be a fun one. It is a unique experience though, being down there and checking out and really seeing guys you'll never see or players you never see on some other teams or Pennsylvania East, 3 a.m. boys, Harambe. Those are teams we followed and have talked about on here in the past. So it was good to get to see some of those guys.
I have a question though. Yeah. How did those Florida guys that won E Worlds play the E Challenge Cup?
Because it's based off of last
year.
Based off of last year.
Whatever this year that wrapped up. So they won E's. They still count as E's for this.
That's dumb.
And then they move up any regular. Well, if you think about it, potentially they could have played as D players in a D tournament with the new team between the E Challenge Cup and E Worlds.
Right.
Sounds like a real team if they're winning Worlds and the Challenge.
Yeah.
Sounds like a true E.
Yeah. With a corn dog.
Yeah, right. Corn dog and skirts.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, that sounds like a fun Friday night though. Like if you were to tell me like, hey, we're gonna go get some corn dogs and chase skirts, like I'd be fucking all in. All in. Let's we don't have any viewers out here. Women's E, congratulations to Montana won at Washington second, Colorado third. Nobody listens to us out in those parts of the world. How about women's D? Let's take a quick peek here. Florida Panhandle, women's D, you won. Indiana second, Arizona third, Pennsylvania came in fourth. Nice to see Pennsylvania come in fourth at least. You get a little Northeast team. New York finished 13th, 0-4. So Pennsylvania went 6-2. Rochelle Warnock and Riva Roboski were the two all-tournament players from Pennsylvania.
And if you look at Pennsylvania, they also had the largest run differential in their tournament.
Look at
They did 12.5. They scored a game. 5.5 differential is really good.
I'm surprised I only finished fourth.
Best offense in the tournament too. Look at that.
Not bad. Head on over to men's E. So this is where I only really got a chance to watch New Hampshire E. We were on separate quads. So, if the men's D was on red, the E was on white, and then flip-flopped. So I didn't get a lot of opportunities to watch this team. I watched one of the Georgia White maybe. Yeah, those were E players. Tell you what, you wonder how fucking Georgia and Florida get named sandbaggers all the time. It really is difficult to figure it out.
I mean, this Florida team that won Worlds apparently had a 9.5 differential in an 8-0.
They won 106 games.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I get that mid-season bumps shouldn't happen, but
Dustin, you're talking about Florida. You're barely
Yeah.
getting bumped end of season.
Yeah.
Well, they're all D elite players now. So
Which I love that. Highest finishing Northeast team, we have New York. The New York E team went 3-3. That's New Jersey Blue went 3-2. New Jersey White 3-3. So nothing too crazy there, but Florida Central won it. Ohio White came in second. Florida South came in third. Georgia Blue fourth. And then one of the 7 Tennessee teams came in fifth, tied with Arizona.
Before we move on, if you look at that Florida team's roster, they were all on D teams last year. As I'm cycling through, it's
That's
like
a tough
D team,
look.
D team, D team.
that's a
Wow.
tough look. Yeah.
Let's
2023
take a look
team.
here, Coco.
Well, that's what I don't
Yeah.
like about that new rule. That rule about you can just jump back and forth from teams all year.
So
Yeah, and as long as it doesn't affect your PRV when you're, it's
Yeah.
and it doesn't show teams that it doesn't show all of the teams that you've been on.
Yeah. You can delete teams off your player profile too.
This
Look at
first guy,
that.
Skrilla D, Fat Boys D. Two guys from that team looks like. One guy that hasn't played since 2021.
Yeah, he's
Wasted
got,
talent D.
he's got a different name.
None of these
Skrilla,
guys
D.
played.
Jesus Christ, going to the E Challenge Cup.
What the fuck?
what are we talking about?
Bang Bros D.
I used to jerk off to Bang Bros so much back in the day.
Lagunatics D. That was a team that as an E team got bumped
Wait.
last year.
Oh,
No,
the
that's
Lagunatics.
That's the Lagunatics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lagunatics. That's not how you pronounce that.
No.
That's the team that won E-Worlds.
Yeah, okay, so this is just what must be shown now is the fact that this is
There was
the
a
one
bump.
This
that
is
got
a bump.
bumped. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, because they won
And Viera.
121 games. No big deal.
That is weird how it
As
says
the
that.
year
though.
ended, they were D.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
that's
it says
why.
at the top. It says at the top D too.
D. Yeah,
Sorry.
It
never
to
used
have,
to do that.
Yeah, it never used to. But now we're seeing this kid look really bad. U-Trip, this
Yeah.
doesn't look good.
Because
No.
then you get assholes like us being like,
Well, that's why it says they
Breaking
played
it
D
down.
last year.
Right.
Yeah.
hmm
look at these fucking sandbaggers.
This is smart to load your Challenge Cup team up with a bunch of guys who just got bumped to the next class up.
Skrilla came in second. So they had the first and second placed team from men's E World Tournament.
Oh, so yeah, this was
Okay.
this was destiny, is what you're saying.
Rough roster to build from.
Yeah,
They each sent 2 player coaches, 3 players.
a
That
bookkeeper.
rounded out a statistician. That rounded out their 11.
Fat Boys came in 13th. 3 top 15 teams at E Worlds.
on one Challenge Cup team.
Yeah. At least.
The fat boys guys are on the bench.
Those are the coaches.
Yeah, they were outside the top 2. So
You know what really sucked about this weekend? So they're doing conference rules for runners.
Oh,
so they shouldn't have been. It should be the new rule.
I like the pitcher rule.
No, I love the pitcher rule, but the pitcher was the only person that could get a courtesy runner.
Well, become a pitcher, man.
I'm trying. I couldn't when I was down there.
So that's weird that they did conference rules for that. I mean, I guess with the uniforms and stuff as well.
I think it just makes it easier for everybody.
Yeah.
Because they did
Speak
just
for
change that
yourself.
rule. They did just change that rule.
Yeah, anyone on the roster.
Anyone on the roster can run for one person.
Mm-hmm.
I got on our first game against Pennsylvania. I get on first, and I'm looking in the dugout. And I'm just kind of like, the fuck am I doing here still? I'm like, there's nobody out. Maybe they're going to run for me when I get to second. I get to second. I'm looking in. Blad's like, hey, J-Ro, how you feeling? You got to run all the fucking way around the bases.
Did they use just the Pro-Am this weekend?
ZN.
Yeah, just the normal one?
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder if they're going to use the hardcore for the major.
Ooh.
Or are they going to use the stadium?
Chit-chatting ZNs off these shinnies?
It's not going to be ends.
I think
last week.
I think the hardcore is better.
I would be curious to see because, I mean, use the hardcore for the red quad. That's why. I bet you they'll go hardcore.
Yeah, but if you're
at the duel, they use the stadiums.
Yeah, it's the stadium field. Are they using a stadium ball, or are they going to use the hardcore?
They're both pretty good. I've hit a stadium, never hit the hardcore, but I heard very, very good things.
Yeah, I mean, you lose a little bit, I think, but I think it'll be fine for the. I think it'd be a good thing to test out.
I hope they do something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a fun
Or maybe
one to
with the
take.
C and B or something like that.
That fuckers are way too good for those little.
Way too
fields.
good for those little fields.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, it was crazy at A
Jeez.
Worlds. It was wild. You just flick them out.
Oh,
All right.
flick it out and get out of here.
So I do
go
have a question because typically when they're using the stadium size fields, they push the bases back too. Did they do that at A Worlds?
No.
They just use the regular size fields and then.
Yeah, no. We hit 325 with the fences
Oh
with
Jesus.
hardcore balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know when I played in the duel last year. I was like, this is the best way to do it. Pushing the infields back and playing on stadium size fields. Like,
I thought that should have been a bigger push this year in the conference to move the bases back. You can't bobble the ball.
Yeah.
The runner's safe. It's not
it's
real
crazy.
life. Mm-hmm.
Especially with how far back you have to play
Yeah.
on turf fields. Like you have to play so far back.
Mm-hmm.
So one little mistake and someone's pretty safe.
We were playing Mondo in the duel, and I'm playing third. I can't reach the pitcher's mound. He just kept hitting it at me. I'm like, go ahead, guys. You know I'm not going to throw you out.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, who was the was it E or D, that team that you guys played in the one pitch leading up to the Challenge Cup?
We played the D, Florida
The D.
North.
Florida North. Oh, that's old money. That's the old money
Yeah,
guys.
I think they went 4-3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
You were frozen.
Me? Who?
Yeah.
What'd you say there about the old money or that? You think they were D? Yeah.
Yeah. They went 4-3.
4-3.
Oh, 4-3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was. I saw those guys a couple times, and
Yeah, they had. So this is a big. I don't know if it's going everywhere, but in Florida, they're doing like microfiber pants. They're not even wearing softball pants anymore, and their uniforms look pretty sick with those kind of pants.
fucking awesome. The only problem is they're not a fat man's friend.
And I think they rip easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at those guys, like they're all $160 to $195, maybe $205, running around looking fast and shit. You imagine putting them a pair of those on me? A, comfortable. B, I'll do one of my splits and I'll have fucking air conditioning through the crotch.
Mm-hmm.
No, but those, I like that microfiber. I like the microfiber look. I got to tell you, want to talk about looks from this past weekend? I wish I could have got a better shot of the kid. I go on the USSSA live feed, but I got rid of mine because we can't use it. I don't give a fuck. So there is a guy on North Carolina White. His name was Eric Allen. Let me see if I can find the picture of him on John King's real quick. But Eric Allen, now he's got long hair. He's got a big long beard. This guy on Sunday morning on the 2 games I was calling, I think he had a Bubba Gump shrimp hat on. he had a Bubba Gump shrimp hat on. He had like gray sweatpants. He had a gray fucking hoodie. He looked like Forrest Gump. And
did he have the mullet? Did he have the mullet?
Oh yeah. Oh, he had it all going.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull him up real quick. Where the fuck
So this is right around the time where I was like, oh, I can hear what Jaro's saying in between him calling the games. I was like, I gotta let him know, because you were like talking about some Forrest Gump guy going out to right field, and I was like, I don't know if he meant to say that.
Oh
But
no, I sure as shit did. Like I think he had the full fucking regalia going.
Did he when he started the game and he was in the dugout? He had to run out to right field. Did he start with the knee braces? And as he ran through the infield, did they break off of him? And then just you saw him or he ran to home plate, and then you know how there's the GIF of Forrest cutting the corner out of his driveway and just running straight to right field.
Here's the best.
Beautiful.
Here's the best part about it with Eric Allen from North Carolina White. He ran for their fucking pitcher too as the right fielder. So this is him in the bottom right. This is Eric Allen. I'm telling you,
oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, from the stadium, he had the Bubba Gump. So he had Bubba Gump shrimp hat on. We're getting this in the comments right now from David Cropley. He had a Bubba Gump shrimp hat on. Like, he looked like fucking Forrest Gump. And it was absolutely magical.
How many? This is like many, many miles in on the run, Forrest Gump, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where he wipes his face in a T-shirt.
Mm-hmm. This was him. Here, I'm pulling. Like, this is exactly what he looked like. Can you guys see that? Nope, not yet.
He also doesn't look like his hair smelled
if you
good.
go on his Facebook, he's got a picture with a Bubba Gump shrimp hat and shirt on.
Come on, seriously?
I swear to God.
Yes, this right here. This right here. That's
that was him.
That's the era. Wow.
That was him. It was, I'm telling you, it was great.
I like that look.
Oh my God. It was just, it was the first thing I thought of. I see him running out to right field. I'm like, this guy fucking legitimately looks like Forrest Gump. I'm pulling him up now. Let's see if we can, where'd you say it's on his page?
Go on his Facebook page and look at his pictures. It's like him and either his wife or his girlfriend. It's the two of them. It's awesome.
Oh Jesus, yeah, there it is. This is great. So Eric Allen, you are a goddamn beauty. Forrest fucking Gump, and he played it well. But they played well in general. I saw them beat. So Sunday morning they beat Ohio Red, Josh Slaybaugh's team, and then they took on. The fuck did they lose to? Illinois South. 2 great games, 2 extra inning games, and I got to tell you what, there's this kid playing for Fishhead next year with Chad Kendrick that played for North Carolina White. Holy fuck. He absolutely pissed on the ball. A kid by the name of Jackson May. Also didn't know you could play in two Challenge Cups because he's already dropped.
You
He was set on the all-tournament team, but you can play up?
No, you. I don't think you can.
Oh, well, sorry about that. But he hit a couple balls in the game that were almost out of the stadium. Like, he one-hopped, like short one-hopped the fence. He absolutely pissed on the ball. And speaking of the second game, Illinois, I see him in the comments here. I got to talk about, you know how I've been on fucking athletes, or you put your athlete at first base?
Yeah.
I got to tell you what, this Illinois first baseman, Jeff Hillman, he did the fraternity proud. The fucking he made, like, North Carolina was shooting balls. that way. And he made some fucking plays. It was unbelievable. I was up in the broadcast booth, may or may not have not needed a blue pill. Like, I was all bricked up, ready to go, watching that first baseman, Jeff Hillman, have himself a day.
How beautiful is a pick from a
Oh,
first base? Like it's
the
like
best.
it's one of the best
Uh-huh.
feelings when you're on defense.
Oh,
You're in the field,
sometimes it's just the sound of the glove too.
right?
There's nothing better.
As a first baseman, 99.9% of the time, you know you have it every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Mm-hmm.
I got crossed up a little bit on one and had to kind of like fall down up the line. And the guys, they were playing Colorado. They're turning around off the bag. I just look at them like, boys, I got off the bag when I was 22 years old. I haven't touched it since. I go, there's no fucking chance my foot's ever coming off the first base bag.
Yeah. Dude, I've seen guys go to scoop a ball and like miss it and just barehand it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Just barehand it. Uh-huh.
Love that. But it was fun. Like, it was interesting. I got to tell you, like, I'm just kind of running through all the games and think of things. One, I got to give a shout out. Donnie down at Big Dog Apparel. Fuck. Great. Thank you very much for working with our coach and getting some jerseys in quick. Really appreciate it. He helped out the E team.
How quick did you get those unis?
I want to say it was a week turnaround. So it was quicker than I had known from when, because he was in Myrtle. It was quick. So I really want to give Big Dog a big shout out here. Big Dog Apparel down in Connecticut with Danielle Garcia. Danielle Paul on Danielle Paul on Facebook, or Big Dog. Go to Big Dog Custom.
Big Dog Custom Apparel. He's Danielle Paul on Facebook.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you, man, his jerseys. I've had every jersey company in the country. His are just as good, if not better.
They're great. Like, and that's why I say, I'm like, I've never grabbed a Big Dog jersey. I've got a couple. I know exactly how they're going to fit every single time. So Danielle, thanks for helping us out. That was huge. So it was that, and then I got to tell you, Orlando, the fucking Massachusetts D pitcher this year, down at the Challenge Cup. I went up to him after the tournament because I was playing tournaments with him last year. I said, where you've come from when you pitched in Leominster back in after we won the Beast to now, like, he pitched. I got to tell you, from the games I watched Mass play, he pitched unbelievable, which is great to see. Orlando Aponte.
Yeah, he used to be a catcher.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What team did he ran a team, right?
The Ville,
yeah. Uh-huh.
So that was impressive.
3-3 is a good showing in this tournament, I think.
And they lost. They only played one bad game. It was their last one, and they still could have won. Like, they played. Massachusetts was playing well when we were watching them. That was great. I mean, I don't know. It's fun being down there because I love talking to all the other teams. Love meeting new guys. I don't ever get to see Schlebaugh towing. Like the big ox, Ben Young, and the Schlebaughs, and so it's nice when you get to see some of these guys from different, like the old money guys. You got to see them, played them at Worlds, one game, they beat us, that was it, and got to see them. So it's fun getting down there and seeing all these different people, meeting new people, and just shooting the shit about what softball's like in different parts of the country.
Yeah. One thing I'm noticing about the D tournament, we talk about how I'm all for one team for each classification from each state. You look at 4th and 5th place here, both North Carolina teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, D in North Carolina has got to be looking pretty good, right? Like, I mean, you look at it and you think, yeah, and then Ohio, we knew. I mean, I was going to bring it up. Georgia, Ohio kind of ran away with this weekend, I think.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But we knew that. We knew that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina wasn't really on the radar, I don't think, especially for D.
No.
And I think this is a great view of like where D is right now.
Well, I like that. I'm going to even go a little bit further with you, D. Look down at 7. Idaho Red. You know, that's something no Idaho teams went to any World. So seeing Idaho team finish the 7th, got a chance to watch some of them play too. They played very well. You know, like Idaho, Michigan, Illinois South. Not really that surprised, but you're right. Like these North Carolina teams, 4 and 5, and I got to tell you, I watched North Carolina White play twice. Their pitcher, Luke, fuck off, Siri.
I hate when that happens.
North Carolina White's pitcher, and I'll butcher the shit out of his name. I'll continue. Luke Footy.
Is he
Just
French?
call them. Nah, he's no.
Fragile.
It's Appalachian.
Futreal, I believe, but they played. So they were playing Illinois, even Ohio. I feel like they played pretty much all pool. Like they kept their middle guy poolside for the most part, or maybe just even on the left side. And Luke just filled back towards second. And Luke did a hell of a job getting off the bump, filling, and he fielded the middle very well as hitting. But
How many punch and Judies did you see to right field from North Carolina?
dude, I had to fucking catch myself. Fucking God. I started seeing it. So there's this big son of a bitch on North Carolina Blue. I'm going to pull him up real quick. He had the sex going for him. Let me tell you, like this guy was just fucking sexy. Was it Pody? He was this big fucking like 6'4", had a man bun, a big fucking beard. He was just my kind of guy, right? Like all hair everywhere. I'm watching him, and I'm sitting there like, oh fuck, I love you. I go, you have my sex appeal. You're my spirit animal. His first swing, I see him step back and drop the back shoulder. I lost my fucking mind. We could probably go to North Carolina's game on one of the U-Trip streams, and you'll hear me in the back fucking yelling about this big, beautiful, bearded bastard fucking Judying it. Every time I saw him, I told him to go fuck himself with that goddamn swing.
I bet you got a hit, though.
His first at bat, he did it and flew out to right, but the rest of the time, and then he hits the ball. So I was laughing.
It's all a plea, man. They get you to come in, and then they fucking put it down your throat.
But I'll tell you, the North Carolina,
I can't stand it.
I hate it.
Really can't stand it. The worst one was 2019. Hayes, I think we were playing a team from North Carolina, and their leadoff did it was like a bunt almost.
And the old guy, he was older.
Yeah, he just kind of like tapped it out our middleman, and it was like a 15,
Yep.
a natural 15 hopper on turf, and there was no shot of throwing anyone out.
And he ran his mouth a ton too.
Yeah. And I went off on that umpire. Weird.
And I feel like they all do it too, and they all go dink one. They're like looking like they're fucking down at Music City Radio City Music Hall or whatever, fucking Rockettes. Drop it, dink it, and then they all got something to fucking say when they Judy.
Mm-hmm.
They all got something to fucking say when you Judy. You get on base, I
When
get
it
it.
works.
But
When it works.
yeah,
You got to make sure it works first, then you can say. Then
Yeah,
they say
you
something.
always got to ooh after.
Yeah, right when it hits the grass. Ooh.
but if it doesn't work, it's like when you're fucking sexting all day and then you get into bed and you're done like that. Like it's like, oh, that's disappointing.
Oh.
But it's that Judy. It just because these guys are all good fucking hitters.
Right.
Like when you see a guy Judy, it's not because he's a bad hitter. But yeah, I saw a lot.
My
of fucking Judys.
question was always this: like, so what happens when I pull my guy in and he's playing 50? He's playing at the pitcher's mound,
They fucking hit it over your head.
and this guy hits a laser at him, and he gets hurt. Then what?
Yeah.
That's why I asked the ump, and he was like, I don't know. Then they took one of our bats. I was like, what is going on here? Took one of our bats, and one of our players just went and took it, threw it back in the field. No one ever tested it. This game was a nightmare.
Oh, that was that. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Not
game
only
was a
did-
nightmare.
Not only did he take the bat back, he took it back from the director. He just took
Yeah,
it.
he just went over and took it from him and put it back on the field.
Yeah. It was a weird
It
world.
happens.
But yeah, no, but I'll tell you, I felt like in the North Carolina White, I didn't see a ton a ton of Judys, or maybe a couple, but I think the Judy team was the blue team. I loved it. On Monday morning, I get a text from Evan Hardy at Softball Uncensored. If you're not part of Softball Uncensored, go join that page. Great page. A lot of bullshit. But anyway, I wake up to a message from him saying about fucking the Georgia D team winning. I'm like, dude, we're not surprised. He actually said, he goes, how much fucking sand were they toting out of Viera? But they that Georgia team. I mean, Georgia, they have 2 C teams for as many teams down there that do well in D&E. Is that because so many guys get picked up early on? Like they just go D to like a B team or a conference team? Doubt it.
It's possible, right? I mean, I don't know. It seems like E and D is like very heavy in that area.
Yeah. Huge.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know if it's necessarily that everyone's getting reclassed down there either.
Really?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know though.
That's true. That was good. I mean, congratulations to those boys. I tell you, I like looking at some of these cold weather teams was interesting. I'm wearing my smoke hat. Give the Western New York, the Northern New York boys a little bit of love, since they seem to be forgotten about all the time with these New York teams. There's some good players out in Western New York. But I got like this. Idaho was the most surprising. New Jersey faced off against each other in bracket. It was pretty fun to see. But yeah, I don't know.
J-Rail, can I cut you off for a second?
Yeah, please do.
Just want to let you guys know my bat is now live on the Anarchy's website.
Ooh, that's what I like to hear.
Can you tune it down a little bit? You got real excited there. You know, I can't handle it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I told him to make sure you let me know, because some guys were asking. So if you guys are listening and watching.
Whatever you just announced, you just fucking crashed the site. I can't get on there. Here we go. Boom. And I got to tell you, you sent this over today in the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a sexy looking fucking bat. Here it is. The Magic Mike. 13-incher. So this sold out in 56 minutes. Or 17.
17 hours, yeah.
when the edible kicks in. And now how many of these are there? 40?
I think so. I'll tell you right now.
Nice.
There's only 25s and 26s right now.
So the strong players are going to have to wait. Hopefully you got in on the...
So I have an exclusive bet.
Yeah, we sure do.
Woo.
But yeah, if you're interested in this, Anarchy Magic Mike 13-inch 3/4 ounce end load, $300 on anarchybats.com. Go check it out. This is our boys.
You can get with me to get it cheaper than $300. If you pay $300, I'll smack you in the face. If
you pay $300 for any bat, you're an idiot these days.
Yeah.
So like the slap.
So right now there's 24 26 ounce and 22 25 ounces.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Go sell this fucking bat out for our guy.
Yeah.
It's in the snow too?
I
was wondering that.
It got to smash it today, and that's what he took the pictures of.
I love that.
Yeah.
Look at that, right in the snow. So that video was from Smash It that you sent us?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't even have it yet?
I got mine overnighted. It'll be here tomorrow, and I can't open them until I'm on the Big Daddy Hacks podcast, because they said there's something special in there for me.
Big Daddy Hacks tomorrow night at 9 Eastern, 8 p.m. Central.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going to be watching that? On YouTube?
No, we're on Facebook.
On Facebook?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Perfect. Awesome. So we'll be watching that tomorrow night. But there it is. Live release. Another live release. Wow, Jesus Christ. 3 years we don't do anything really cool or crazy besides just be ourselves. Snyder shows up for 3 weeks and he's like, hey, guys, I'm dropping a bat. Let's go. Sold out. Here, it's live on the website. Boom. Let's go.
Guys, I'm going to be real sick the next 15 Tuesdays.
I love the play. Guys, I'm working again. Fuck me. Mike, you said you come up in the booth. Nah, I'm good, J-Ro. I'm eating all you can eat crab legs down in Florida.
The nursing home needs me. Or mail.
That's great. Well, go get yourself a Magic Mike. Hit up Mike Snyder, Hummer, any of the other Anarchy reps out there. Trella, Waddy, whatever. They're all over Facebook these days. I think I don't know. Any questions you guys have really about that Challenge Cup from this weekend? I'm trying to think. Congratulations, Jackson May, North Carolina White, Luke Footreal, North Carolina White, Jeff Hillman, Jeremy Miller, Brandon Winkler of Illinois South, all tournament players. Brandon Winkler, God damn it, he was a beautiful man. Big, just a fucking. He's like when you think of like a Illinois guy that's gonna show up to a fucking Bears game and just drink a case before he walks through the doors. That was Wink. David Shabu, Colin Strahl from Georgia, all tournament team. So you know where to find it. But congratulations to Georgia, Ohio White second, Illinois South third. Illinois South was down there with 11 guys.
I saw that.
Third. Yeah,
Ooh, that's tough. I'm looking at this Georgia D team.
Mm-hmm.
This looks as legit as it gets, man.
Yeah,
as far
it
as
really
the YouTube
does.
Website goes, like a lot of they look like young guys who have been playing for maybe 3 years, maybe four. Fourth year.
That's how it should be.
Right?
Yeah, and a lot of them got bumped to C, or some of them did, with that One World hometown active team.
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't really. I wasn't really thinking it's that crazy. I was looking at it beforehand too. I'm like, the roster looks good. Like, honestly, none of these rosters look too crazy. If we're being real.
Yeah, and hopefully these teams all stay together, and that C division in Georgia can kind of grow like it's growing around our area. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the one thing I wanted to talk to. I didn't really get a chance to meet many of the Illinois guys. I was talking to some North Dakota guys, but I kind of knew the answer there. I didn't want to talk to them about softball. We were talking about fucking everything else in the world. We played Alaska. Got a chance to talk to them about how they play up there. Sometimes they'll play 2 tournaments in a day because with all the sunlight.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is pretty cool. But that's, we know North Carolina's got a bunch of associations, right? Ohio, One Nation, and U-Trip, Georgia, GSL, WSL, all that stuff. So I like learning in other parts of the country what's big out there and what they have to do to play.
Seems like WSL is a little bit bigger in the Georgia area.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so I'm wondering if maybe, these guys are still legit, legit D team, but maybe they played higher in WSL.
Yeah.
So looking at it, when we had Heaven on, he was talking about how important he thinks that 3 players per team thing is. But looking at that Georgia D team, 6 of them were on the team that was bumped, One World.
They came in second place at Worlds.
Yeah.
This year. Yeah. Well, they had 3. They had a first base coach, third base coach, and manager. Statistician and 3 players. That's 7 that you can get from one team.
Yeah. And they just happen to jump in the lineup too, so you're fine.
One guy changed his name, so
exactly. Or
that doesn't happen.
Or you could just take the team that won Worlds, and you could be like, let's just have this team
just enter,
go,
right?
And then they win the Challenge Cup too. Like, why not?
I do want to point out that it's not just the men's teams that we see it though. If you look at the Montana women's E team that won it.
Oh, this is great. Yep. I know where you're going.
They only have 1 player that she played Native American women's, and then all of them, the only other rosters they've been on is the 2021 and 2023 women's D Challenge Cup team from Montana. So this is last year's D team.
Did they win it in 22 and 21, or?
You said it right, though.
They went 2-2 in the last year's in D's, and they dropped down and swept women's E's.
Good for them.
So here's the thing that I've realized with the Challenge Cup. It's like
there are no rules.
There are rules until you ask somebody and they say no, that they can't go. Right?
Yeah.
And who's really checking this? You know what I mean? Like, who's going to the player and being like, did you tell these guys no, or did he just tell me that they said no? And now they can just put whoever they want on their team. Because that's pretty much how it goes. Or at least from what I've heard is like, well, if you can't get, if you can't fill the team, you can add whoever you want on the team. Pretty much.
6 states over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be at the tournament. I'll play, sure.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I mean, the first rule is there are no rules. Like, that's the only thing that you really need to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Busch Light? No, that's a Fresca.
Oh, it's a Fresca, yeah.
Oh, I fucked with some Frescas.
Frescas are so nice now. Oh.
I may or may not have struck out against.
We may or may not have seen it.
Yeah,
Swimming
Colorado.
or
One
Looking.
game I watched.
Looking,
Oh, okay.
looking. Thought it was deep. It was close, and it was a strike. So I bought. Why the fuck doesn't Florida? Another reason why Florida fucking can lick my fucking taint. Why doesn't Florida have fucking 30 racks?
I know. It's weird.
You guys have everything else in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Meth, but you can't legal sports back, can't get legal recreational weed, and you can't get fucking 30s.
You can sports bet now.
Oh, I know, because the fucking Hard Rock kept saying, "Hey, you can bet through us legally." Fucking fuck off, Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Florida's a lot like Vermont for me. Every time I leave there, I'm happy.
I love it here so far.
I mean, but you're up north, and you're more like in the south.
Well, that's where Florida is, south.
No, Florida's not. Florida's not part of the South.
There's like such distinct areas of Florida.
So when you think of the South, you think of North Carolina. Is that
Think of the
South?
Carolinas, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Bama. Florida is not part of the South.
You got real Southern on your voice for those states too.
It's awful. I was talking to Amber Boyer, and all of a sudden I'm talking like I'm fucking from Bainbridge, Georgia. I'm like, what the why do I do this? I've always done it. Anyway. Yeah, so I got a 24 of Modelo because it said $18.99 at Wawa. Yeah, I got to the pricing wasn't right. It was $33.99. So, and then I ended up getting a 4-pack of Fresca spritzers and just crushed them. It's lovely.
That's a sizable increase for mess up on the sign.
It was a couple.
Well, can't read.
Like $15.
To be fair, the one price was probably covered. It was on the very bottom shelf, so I would have had to bend over. I was sore. I didn't want to.
You got the bottom shelf and it was $33.
That's the other thing. Why is it
You had
so
to do
cheap?
a workout.
For Modelo.
Oh, Modelo's fuck though. Yeah, it was great. It was fun to experience to be a part of it. Like, I know I'm still laughing at the text you sent me about catching L's left and right. Dustin texts me. He goes, "Hey, how you doing down there besides catching L's left and right?"
I mean, once you guys got to 10, you were rolling.
Oh, that was sad. If we scored 10, we're 5-0. We're still playing.
Yeah, you also said that.
Yeah, which is awesome. You had so many good fucking shit lines to me. It was perfect. But it was fun. Like, the group of guys was amazing. I had such a great fucking time down there. It was such a cool experience. So thanks to Blad and Ryan Mayad and New Hampshire U-Trip and being a part of that. So, but I am also really looking forward to this weekend. Really looking forward to this weekend.
I'm hoping I have Saturday off.
Just say you broke your arm. I don't know. Like, what's something that like keeps you out of delivering the mail for a day?
Find a package that has to go down south and just drive.
Comes in on Monday, his arm miraculously works again.
Yeah.
I did Reiki, guys. I did Reiki. I'm good. This is going to be a fun weekend. I am looking forward to it. Because on the women's side, you have women's C and women's major. I am really looking forward to that because there's a lot of women's teams that we we know, we're friends with, like we've grown to get close with over the years. And then the same on the women's major team, not being down there for the women's major, just allegedly broadcasting some of it. It's going to be great to watch those ladies play in person as well. So looking forward to that. Maddie Ratty's going to jump on the mic with me at some point this weekend. But then we also have the men's major C and B also playing down in Viera at the same time. Like, if you're a softball hardo, this is an amazing weekend to be down there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I am looking forward to the New England women's major team again.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin, do
I
they,
feel like
do they have the same jerseys as you guys?
I think they have to. So I think
you guys might have the. I mean, I'm not being biased because I'm a Bruins fan, but I think you guys might have the best jerseys. I haven't seen anybody's, but
they're pretty sick. So all the mass teams have that same.
Come on, J-Ro.
I'm not a fan of the Bruins jersey.
I think it's. But
awesome. It's not because it's not because it's the Bruins. It's just not a jersey I enjoy. Like if Michigan came up and as like the Red Wings and did like the Red Wings with like a Michigan wheel, that'd be awesome. Mm-hmm. It's just not my thing. Black and gold, like I don't, we're black and gold. Can't even do my nails black and gold because I think it's because I'm a Bruins fan. I'm like, well, no, it's our podcast.
I get to wear that hoodie that we have, so I'm happy.
You're not going to have to wear that hoodie.
No.
Well,
I was going to bring the leopard print coat too, and I don't need it. We're not going to need it this weekend. Oh, shit. We have Friday at noon at White Easton. Nope, excuse me. Friday at 2:40 on White DeMarini. We have Team New England taking on Team Kentucky in the women's major, which means Maddie Ratty. I believe, who else? Shelby. Maddie Ratty and Shelby Marros from Chaos.
Could this be the Tab versus Maddie Ratty face-off?
It's going to be the showdown we need.
It's going to be a chaotic face-off right here.
I hope so. Like, who else is the pitcher on New England? Is there another one?
I don't know anybody else.
Is Marissa?
Where the fuck are these tabs? Or V?
She should just point to first anytime her teammates get up. Be like, nah, see ya. Just walk.
I'm looking at the roster. I don't
V. Vanessa Pascal. All right.
V is there. Yep. Okay.
Who's running?
Yeah, someone's got to make a call. J-Ro, make the call.
I got it. I'm going to have to. Jess Lacey Stone, if you're listening to this, or Molly Hamill, you typically listen. We need Tab pitching against Kentucky so we can get the Maddie Ratty, Tab Hebert face-off everybody wants. Maddie, I'm also putting this in your hands. You have to pitch that second game against New England. We have to take care of this shit together.
J-Ro will be under the video the stream, and he'll be screaming from the backstop.
You know what? That is exactly what I'm going to do.
Probably, yeah.
Why not?
Not a bad idea.
And then he's going to need a bathroom for some privacy.
No, Florida
doesn't
doesn't
the White
play
Quad? So the White Quad's got a pretty decent bathroom.
Air conditioned.
I heard the bathrooms were down this weekend now.
They sure were. I went to Wawa to go to the bathroom.
God.
I heard they had porta potties lined up in the parking lot.
Yeah.
No.
True, J-Ro?
I mean, it's not like
that
you have a
is
bunch of teams
true.
going.
But I mean, you know how it is. Like adults are fucking idiots. So like guys are throwing chew and fucking like Zinnachinos in the fucking urinals and backing everything up. But I think men's was backed up one day, the women's was backed up one day. So just be adults.
Stop dropping huge.
I never got how there was a line in the men's bathroom. Like, what the fuck is going on if there's a line in the men's bathroom?
I'll tell you what, you go on the second stall on the right, you will find out.
That's 6 guys in one stall, not 6 guys peeing at the same time. You know what I mean?
Is it connected to the stall next to it?
I don't
the
get
porta
it, man.
potty next to it? Is there
That's
a
the watching
hole?
stall.
Is there a hole somewhere in between those two porta potties?
Is that the glory hole?
Oh,
Oh, but yeah, no, there are a little
back.
hiccups here and there. Um,
that sounds
listen,
awful
if you're
for a
looking to
really
have
long
anonymous sex while at Viera, bring your milk and glory.
weekend. Yeah. Do
We
it
haven't talked
somewhere-
about the milk and glory for a while.
the Milk and Glory, cleaner than 2 porta potties.
Cleaner than the white quad.
and then in parentheses, allegedly.
Allegedly. Jesus, I'm looking at this fucking
There we go.
Florida women's major team, and this is going to be a silly team.
We got a little shout for the North Texas C team.
I see that. How about that?
Too. So yeah, that's I like seeing these types of comments where we're branching out a little bit. People from other areas are
Well,
kind of letting us know what's going on, and yeah, because I'd like to know who you guys think is good in the C division. I mean, obviously we're gonna look for Ohio. You would think, right? You think Ohio. You might even think Georgia. Georgia has a team, right? Or do they not have a team in this?
Georgia does not have a team. So here's who I'm
That's
kind of thinking.
crazy. Georgia doesn't
But-
have a team. It's crazy.
And
They don't have a
Absolute bullshit.
What are we
team.
talking about?
They don't have a B team? Or,
I don't know.
or a major
Georgia-
team?
A C.
C team.
Georgia doesn't have a C or a B.
I'm going pretty cold here. So I don't know. Like
Indiana.
Florida being split up here, Central, South Pan. I don't know which way that is going to go. Indiana, that's one team. Come on. Indiana's one team. Fucking Ohio's one team. Yeah, those two are going to be top 5. I'm really going. You know what? I say at least one of those two finish top 3. Really even going up further on a limb here.
So you're going out on a limb by picking an Amish team.
and their neighbors.
2 Amish teams.
Who've historically done really well
Yeah.
at world tournaments in the last
really
X
going on a
amount of
fucking
years.
limb.
You are going out there.
Watch out, I'm a wild one over here. Hot take J-Ro coming in. Fucking, I'm such a fucking twat.
That North Texas team is in New Hampshire's pool as well, but they do not play each other.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a weird.
They have a
pool.
4-team
It's not
pool.
like.
So
Wouldn't it have
winners
made sense
play,
to just
losers
do this?
play.
No,
Nope.
they
Okay.
don't.
You just only play 2
They
of the
just have
teams.
2 random teams, which
Mhm.
makes no sense for a four pool. I don't know.
Yeah. New Hampshire has Mississippi and Louisiana.
North Texas coming in here with a future ones guy from last year.
Oh, just them.
Right? Wait, so how did you play future ones? No, future ones was C last year, weren't they?
No.
No,
Yeah. No, B.
there would be
So there's another. There must be
22
another
they were-
one.
They were
22.
they were a bump.
There was C. 2023.
U-Trip, you gotta-
Oh,
You see what I'm saying here?
They're changing the rosters and it's affecting the year before.
Yeah, like I'm looking at Anthony
they're
Bridges.
getting bumped. Right.
Yeah.
They're getting bumped. We've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing, right? Like,
That's what we were seeing earlier with Florida.
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah. That's,
Oh man, they've got a team here out of North Texas that went 0-2 at Worlds, but they did so well in C they got bumped to B.
So it's interesting. I was talking to roofing. I think they're over in the Houston area, and I got talking to the guy that was the sponsor, saying that they in Texas, where like around here we try to bump a lot of D teams up to C. Texas tries to bump a lot of C teams up to B.
Well, we can talk about AUIT was at Winter Worlds and they fucking throttled everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love
so
that.
How good could the Texas C team? I mean, AUIT
Well,
is
right, but the AUIT is good and it's nothing to take away from them. But
Right.
didn't we just hear at the end of last year that all of Texas was getting bumped to B?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of Texas got bumped to B. But Jero, there is a guy on this Challenge Cup C team that was on Future Ones last year that was B. At
Who
least
is it?
that's what his. Let's see here.
Anthony Bridges.
I just came off it. Yeah, he was on 2023 Future Ones, and they were B
Yeah.
all year.
Or B.
Yeah.
But played mixed C. I'm
So he got-
very confused. by
Maybe
So he
this.
got maybe he got dropped from him.
Coach,
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Probably
that still
You
wouldn't
can't see
really
the ad,
work
you
for the
can't see
Challenge
the
Cup.
you can't see the ad drop times on the side anymore, can you?
He might be the
Sometimes.
coach.
Yeah.
He's been playing since 2010.
Yeah, I can't even get on my director's login anymore to look at all that stuff. I used to be able to do
JB, take care of the mailman. Just because he moved to Florida doesn't mean you can't
that.
have him
That way
poke
we
around.
that way we can get some inside information for the
So
podcast.
many people used to text me, "Hey man, can you go on and see what this person's player rating is?"
So
give me
it
5 minutes.
looks like Anthony Bridges played C with Redwood most of the year.
Who did get bumped to B?
Okay.
Yeah, even though it says that they're B, which there's a lot of guys on this Redwood team.
And then
Okay.
So
Yeah.
3 players and 5 coach players.
Well,
Like,
I gotta tell you,
that's what I was saying. Or they asked some people, and these people said
they
no,
couldn't
so
go.
they're just like, all right, let's just bring the team. Let's bring our whole team.
but I do love this. So, Daryl, I'm assuming you're a new guy. So you're gonna get the moment here. North Texas C team, like you were saying, Coco. Come back next week. Let's see where it is. If not, we get to light you up a little bit. And keep saying how our boys from the Northeast went down to Texas and won Winter Worlds this weekend.
I mean, they didn't win; they dominated.
They murdered.
Yeah, even the championship they won by 1, but I think the closest game they had was 5 runs, and then everything else was 9 to 15 to 20.
Jesus.
Yeah, look it up. It's crazy.
Here's I'm looking at the C, and I'm really having a tough time picking like who I think could really jump out and do something.
The Florida North team's going to be decent. We played them in that one pitch too. They're going to be decent.
Yeah, like I'm looking for like a dark horse, like who's like a Washington.
You can see a California team do well, I think.
Yeah, because they're still playing.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. This C division, I love this. A, because there's so many teams in it, versus like the men's B's only
5, 8.
8. Yeah.
And
So like there's no Georgia.
Yeah, and they are starting on Friday, so they're not making it 4 days.
Right. Which is good. Yeah, this C division, I think this C division is going to be a fun one. I just don't know outside of my limb ones.
I'm going to give you a dark horse in a second once I get the bracket up.
Okay.
I want to see the teams.
I'm going to go California South. I feel like California historically in the C World tournaments that I've gone to, California always has a team that's in the top 2 or 3.
Florida South.
Ooh, hold on.
Or
You're going Florida South?
No. I want to go with like BC or
Ontario. I'm literally looking at their roster right now.
I mean, the thing that sucks about Ontario is like they lose guys like Ranta, right? Because Ranta is going to be on their. Ranta was on their team last year, but he played Bs this year.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
for a team like that, I think.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark. I'm going to go Washington.
I'm going to say Iowa.
Ooh, Iowa was the one team on here. I'm like, they're going to do shit. I'm like, this team, they're going to be like they're going to be like the Hawkeyes offense. They're not going to be able to do shit. Like, I'm like, that was the one team here I had like really cast off. That we don't know.
Coco, was Washington the team last year that you guys like they just were awful in the pool play and then they actually like played really well throughout the bracket?
I'm not. I don't like to use those words. They were not the same team we played in pool play. They had some big fucking first baseman. He's like, oh yeah, I came down late. A couple of us. They didn't give a fuck.
I had to get off the mountain from lumberjacking.
Yeah, and they fucking hit the ball. We beat them fairly decently, I think, in pool, and then they were good, big boys.
Okay.
Just a different story in bracket.
Coco, you picking a dark horse?
Dark horse? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
I'll take any horror at this point.
It's not too much of a dark Mississippi. I think Mississippi's going to do well.
Oh, South Mississippi had some sweet unis going.
But where are they? What are they?
It was 60. It was 601. I think is the area code. And it was just like it was kind of like the PIF logo, 601 with a nice little like flower in there, and then it looked nice. It was I think they did like Ole Miss colors, which I'm like, how's that work?
There's a place.
D, who'd you take?
Ooh, Louisiana might be a good take too.
Florida South.
I took California South.
Coco, who did you grab?
Still Mississippi.
Mississippi, thank you.
I got Iowa.
Yeah, I got you at Iowa. I'm just reading some of these comments. But yeah, it's this is gonna be a fun one. You know what? I kind of like this. Let's do this again. Let's do this all the way through. We'll end with men's major. Let's head on down to women's C. We got a lot of our ladies here. We got a lot of our ladies down at the women's C that we know. I think Massachusetts and New York are playing each other in women's C.
That's awesome.
Now, I don't say much about that because like you think Mass and New York, like whatever, it's far enough. Except in women's C, half of like Massachusetts plays with the Girl Scout dropouts out of New York, like during the year. So I don't know. I mean, what are we thinking here? Just pick one dark horse for the women's C.
I'm going to go with Michigan. I'm going to represent my buddy
Rippy,
who got bashed hard last week for their uniform.
Oh boy, did he ever!
Mm-hmm. Weather, man. There's nothing you can do about it. Shit happens.
Order earlier? I don't know.
I know, but I guess to his defense, he says teams were late on putting their orders in. So.
Okay. Well, that'll do it. I'm gonna go with Florida North only because I feel like who's up there? Anna Schutzler. You know, some of the Chaos Girls are up there. So if the Chaos Girls are up there, I think this team's going to do well. I'm going to go with Florida North. That's not really a dark horse, is it?
I don't think so.
All right, then can I take Maryland instead?
Nope.
Okay, Coco's taking Maryland.
Yep.
I'm going to go Mini. I feel like Mini's got sneaky ball players.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought the same thing. They were my second if I had to go.
Dustin,
I don't know why.
I'm going to go with Southern California here.
Again? Let's just move.
I don't know. I have no idea. So this is what I'm staying with.
They're just going to fall off the face of the earth soon.
Right, but they're not right before that happens. They're going to win a Challenge Cup.
You think Florida's not? Florida's staying for a while?
I hope.
When you go to
much weight.
When you go to Challenge Cup, you want your pool to be like our original pool was like Kansas and Oregon, and I was so excited because you're playing teams from parts of the country you're never going to see. And then it switched to Pennsylvania and Illinois. Still not bad. I know the Pennsylvania teams, or at least you heard of them. But like, you'd rather play people from completely different parts of the country, like 2 time zones away.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you have the genuine question of like, what's it like in Washington? Because I have no fucking clue.
And they don't know that you have that right field swing.
To the Judy.
Right?
Well, when you get the chicken dick going, they do.
You get the little. Got it. Well, yeah, when you're playing a North Carolina team, you're like,
yeah, you know,
push your second baseman back.
Oh fuck!
They're gonna try this.
That happened to me against New York. Joe Trotta was playing on the green cut of the right field, playing second, and I looked at him. I hit it at him, and I'm like, well, why are we doing this? Why are we? He's like, I listen to the pod. You say. Play you push all the time and just make you go through me. Like you motherfucker. I go, but thanks for the listen.
Scouting report. Yeah, which one do you prefer, the one listener or the base hit?
I'll take the listener.
How many episodes did he do to get that report on you?
It was a long flight home.
Oh fuck! I was dying laughing when he said that. But I tell you what, a couple of those New York boys we played. Oh fuck! It was the Titans New York team, not the walk-off New York team. I tell you what, those boys. There's some boys on there that could hit. However, I have an issue with one of the New York guys, the first baseman, Big Cat. So we played Colorado. I had some trolley, like little gummy worms and stuff like that in my bag. So I put them in my pocket. I gave it to Cash at Colorado and gave him some of my gummies. They're not even the weed gummies. I'm not going to share those. But not when I'm in Florida and you can't get them. So then I go to Big Cat. I'm like, hey, I got you a present. I give him a couple gummies. It's like 5-6 little gummy candies. He threw them out. What type of sportsmanship is that?
At least you didn't throw them on the turf. Then you'd step in them.
I'd eat them off there.
That's fair.
Lick them.
All right, let's move on over to the women's major real quick. Again, looking another group. This is why I'm excited. I'm looking forward to watching all of this. So I'm glad to an extent, I'm not broadcasting until 5:00 on Friday. There's going to be a lot of good players in this.
Yeah, it's going to be really good ball.
I agree. What do you guys got for the dark horse pick? I don't even know what are the top teams here, Jero?
I don't that's the thing. I'm even trying to think. I automatically got to go to Florida, right? Got to go to Florida. Got to think Georgia. Got to think Texas, right? Washington. You got to imagine. What's that team looking like? I will tell you, the Triple Crown winner is not playing in this weekend.
Who's that?
Megan Baltzel. She is moving from Florida to Georgia. So
she lives in Florida.
Yeah, she's moving to Georgia though. Was talking with her this weekend.
For the NIL money she's going to get next year to play for Georgia.
Would love to get Megan on the pod one time too.
She's moving from Florida to Georgia and then coming back for the championship.
Yeah.
Playing for Georgia.
Well, Georgia will make her a C player soon.
Yeah.
No shot.
But yeah, I'm curious. I hope New England makes a nice run. That's what I'm really hoping. I want to see these ladies do very well. Does having Tab and Alyssa help? This year where you have those two that played conference all year, won AA Worlds, does that help? They've been competitive. Does that help kind of take them to the next step? PA, New Jersey, that's going to be a good team. There's a lot of I'm looking at this. There's thinking about where teams are. It's a lot of good teams.
That was going to be my pick.
Rosters.
The PA New Jersey team.
PA New Jersey.
Who's on that?
I don't know. I'm not looking. I'm just picking teams.
They got some of the girls that won. What was it? A Worlds. D and them girls.
Oh,
they got some of them.
Okay.
DB Brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they do.
Michigan, are they going to be good?
I don't know. Let's look at their roster.
I don't want to go with Florida because I feel like that's the easy pick. I hope my wife doesn't, divorce me by not picking them. Unfortunately, Sasha is also not where we're going to name our daughter.
Kansas, huh? Kansas has a team?
Yeah. Kansas is probably the surprise team in here, right? Missouri makes sense. Kansas, I'm kind of surprised they have a majors team.
This Pennsylvania New Jersey team looks really good. At least just by the rosters, in the
a lot of this
last year.
A lot of this Kansas team has played C and B, besides a couple of them.
Pennsylvania, New Jersey has a handful of major. One girl from Chaos, couple A, and then there's maybe one or two C's that got bumped to B.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take Indiana, Illinois. Since we're going, you went with PA, New Jersey. I'll take another double stater.
Are any of the Pork Pistols going?
I think Katie Harrison's going, who is a former Pork Pistol. Yeah.
I'm gonna take our New England team.
All right, love that.
I like that too.
Yeah, I think they got a lot of experience, even though a lot of the girls haven't played, major softball.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
About Coco, what you doing?
Washington, because I was looking at the wrong roster the whole time anyway. So
I
was looking at Indiana, Illinois, and that's why I said shit when you said them.
Indiana, Illinois, they have SFK.
I saw Pork Pistol on it.
LSR. LSR again, Conference B.
Can I switch to Kentucky?
Yep. You want
Kentucky
I think
Yeah, you're only doing that because you looked at the comments.
Yes, I just said I was taking it for her. 'Cause
Goodness.
Maddie, I almost took y'all. I almost took you and Shelby, but I feel like I took some dark horses earlier with Washington and Minnie, and I want to take I want to get myself on the board here. I
Didn't you,
feel
didn't
like
you try
Indiana,
to take
Illinois is going to get me there.
Florida Panhandle or Florida North? You took at one point, like
No, I have Washington and Minnie. I did get rid of Florida North. No, but I'm excited for this, especially after watching the men's World Series, seeing the men's conference, watching that live, and after so much of the women's conference that we watched last year, really looking forward to be able to watch this live in person. One of our friends from Le Pif is going to be playing for Canada West, which I'm looking forward to seeing that team. How are they going to do? I don't know. Oh, there's a couple of our friends on here.
It's always tough to know what Canadian team is what. I mean, I feel like they just put like West, East, and then just like anyone is on that team. Like it's not really.
they have the
I don't
the
know
province.
Yeah, like Tiffany Mansfield's playing for Canada West, and has been on Nova Scotia Recoil, Sports Wheel Recoil. She
Canada's
lives in
small,
Nova
right?
Scotia, so maybe she lives on the west side of that province.
Yeah, I guess I don't understand because there's always like Canada West and then there's like British Columbia. You're like, what
Boy.
what am I missing here?
And then you
And
have
then you
Canadian.
see Alberta.
Then you have Canadian money where you have no clue what it is.
It's the loony and the toonie. It's the best.
I still can't figure it out. It's been fucking 8
Toonie
months.
too.
Just know it's about 50 cents or $1.25.
Yeah. Sure.
Men's B, this is an intimate little bracket. This is an intimate little pool. This is like when you go to that all-inclusive resort and you get the adults-only pool. You have your own special bartender, brings you bottles of wine and little fruit snacks to kind of keep your palate cleansed and make sure you don't get too drunk, unfortunately. That's what this is. This is also like the women's E, except better ball. I don't hate this group, though. Like, look at it. Like, California, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Maryland, Ohio, Texas. That's a good fucking group. Also depends about who went up to play in the major versus who didn't. This should be a good pool.
I feel like that's the tough thing with this pool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Springfield, home of
Homer.
Homer. Yeah, Doe.
I like that.
Maryland.
Do I stick with California here?
I think you have to.
So who are the top teams in this? You would think Indiana, Ohio,
Florida,
maybe Texas,
maybe
Florida.
Texas. Yeah, I think that's kind of your top four.
I'll go Colorado.
Ooh, that's the way I was going to go. I already put you down for Cali. Mm-hmm. Since it's such a small pool, I'm not jumping on with you, Coco. I can't do that.
That's fair.
I'll take California. I was going to take Colorado. But yeah, I think you hit the top four. Just looking at Florida, Indiana, Texas, Ohio. I think Maryland could be very good.
That's why I picked them.
Yeah, that was kind of who I was eyeballing there. I haven't looked at any fucking roster.
The depth
Stevie
of my
Arbor.
knowledge of who is who. How could you not expect me to take a dark horse like Maryland in this?
This is true. Councilman. It's not a bad little team. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one. And then we'll finish off here. Let's go on up to finish off with just this random pick on with the men's major. Dark horse team. D, you can't pick New England.
Hold on a second.
I laid that out there. Laid that out there for you so you don't have to make that caveat. I think I know where I'm going. I just got to check a roster real quick.
I'm going Baton Rouge.
Wait out.
All right, Garth.
I like that.
I like that the mailman is using the city.
Well, I'm trying.
It's not even the big one.
I'm trying to put bat orders in and look real quick.
Yeah. I see like the city and state is like I'm gonna go with Baton Rouge.
Have you sold out of your new release on the website yet?
No, I've sold 4.
I'm gonna go so I can get my team for a dark horse.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Canada East.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, that's a great pick.
Damn it.
Especially, well, they
You
did
got
well in
butter.
the B, right? They did well in the B.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Fucking one fucking time can I meet you when I'm in Florida, Jets? One fucking time. That's all I'm asking.
Coco,
Keep
Yeah,
looking for the
North, wasn't he?
pepperoni.
Oh, you're
Was it-
definitely looking for the pepperoni down in Florida.
I'm looking at Canada West to see if we know any of these guys as well. Doesn't look like it.
Coco, where are you going?
I had to leave. I had to leave our friends from the Great White North. So,
That's why I jumped on it.
I know that's fair. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Arkansas. I don't know anything about
Ooh,
Arkansas.
Arkansas. They're
Fucking
good.
Christ! I was gonna pick them.
They're good.
Now you know what? I'm gonna
That's
go
a
with
good pick.
California.
He's back. He's
I
back.
was like, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go with Arkansas.
I hope
Uh,
the
Arkansas
one
is gonna
team
be
that
good.
does.
Coco jumped in, and so
Well,
back with
he took
California.
mine. I had to do something.
I'm looking forward to it. So I'll start being on the I'll be on the stadium feed Friday at 5 is what I'm scheduled, kind of what we're looking at for the schedule. However, as we started the show off, I might be just walking around to random fucking fields. Maybe maybe I'll let people know in the Discord. That's still a
Yeah,
thing.
there you go.
What is that?
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't know, you can't afford it.
I'll pull the Discord up. I'll put it in the chat. It was here at Bring It Podcast, we want to try to give the bin opportunities to, throw some shade, shoot the shit, talk a little bit. So we started a Discord for people to kind of be able to do that. It went off well for probably 3 weeks?
Maybe it was only us talking.
Yeah, it was a nice way to start the pod from the shitter.
We would go in there, so like people would want to come on and jump on and like shoot the shit with us. Like we would do pre-show hangouts there, so you could ask questions, you could bring stuff up for the show.
And looking back on this, like I was like, this is gonna be awesome because we just shoot the shit,
Yeah.
and we'll get people to jump in there. Looking back on it, it was bad. It was a bad choice. We had one person talk, like
Yeah.
there might have been 2 people total that joined us.
One of them showed up on accident.
Ralph was there.
Yeah.
Geo,
Geo show up.
Fish,
Benny showed up once, or
Mhm.
Fish.
Todd. Someone older that doesn't
Okay,
even play.
maybe-
I think, yeah.
Maybe
wasn't
a
good.
maybe it was a lot better than I thought it was.
No,
No.
'cause I think it was all
There's
one
only
night.
like one person. Yeah, one person at a time. It was weird.
Well, speaking of Ralph, he was down there this weekend and he ended a game on a K.
Oh,
But I mean, it was a
umpire?
strike. It was a
Call's the
strike.
call.
That-
Ralph Triplett. Yeah.
He's good, right?
Yes, I had other teams, other states coming up to me and saying that, not being like knowing it. I don't know if they knew if I knew Ralph at the time,
Mm-hmm.
but they they would show up and they were saying like he just feels the flow, like he's doing a hell of a job. So great for
Does he get to
Ralph.
play? Does he play a lot or no?
I think he umps more than he plays now.
Yeah.
I would say.
No.
Yeah.
he was still playing
plays
tournaments
league.
last year
Yeah,
and
he,
league.
he plays in Merrimack.
Mhm.
Good dude, and he's a guy. He's an umpire that you can talk to. Like he feels the flow. He's not a stickler for all the rules all the time. But if you're gonna be a dink, he's gonna, you know what I mean. So he does a good job. But it was nice to hear Ralph getting a little bit of love from other states as well. So yeah, it was good. But yeah, so that was it. So we'll be down there this weekend. Challenge Cup will do kind of a little recap of next weekend as well, and see what happens. But it's gonna be fun. Say hi to us. Let's jump over to the Texas tournament because AUIT out of New York has been going down to Winter Worlds. What? This is their 3rd, 4th year in a row.
No, I think it's more than that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they went down and slobber knocked everybody.
Yeah, look at this. Pull up the
Pulling it
scores.
up.
Man.
And I haven't even looked at AUIT for this year yet, and what they're.
And it wasn't their. They were missing some guys too. I mean, Folo played with him, killed it. He had like 800. I just saw John King's posted it.
Wow. John King's also reshared this podcast tonight.
Yes, he
so,
did. Mm-hmm.
Hey, thanks, big guy. Maybe I'll see you this weekend. I hope.
Mm-hmm.
All right, where what was it? The 20
Winter
19th?
Worlds, yeah, 19th.
Lower classes? No.
See,
see.
so yeah, just to go off of just the AUIT team, I feel like we don't mention them very often on this podcast, but if you've ever played against them, you know, like in the past 5 years, you know what you're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team I feel like they could have been bumped to be maybe three years in a row, the last 3 years.
So
like they're a very, very solid team.
They are our New England Amish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think this year was their worst showing at Worlds in the last few, since
Yeah,
they
but
the C team, and they played the winner of the tournament the first game.
And they lost by 1 with a homer with a guy on second base in the bottom of the
innings.
seventh. Yeah, extra innings. They could have won.
Yeah. Like they were in a winning spot and they lost to the champion of the C's.
Yeah.
So I mean, you look at that. I mean, this team, this is a very, very good team.
You want to know how well they did down there? 7-0, 21.4 average runs for, 9.9 average runs allowed for a differential of 11.6.
And that's
fucking me.
And that's Texas, where this supposedly C ball is really, really good.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely awesome.
And where they're playing a lot more than anyone in New York is playing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or the country.
Right.
Like they've already played. That's their third tournament of the year down in Texas. But it is like you're right, D. Like AUIT is definitely a team that I feel like for whatever reason flies under the radar. But when we look back at them at the Firecracker, was it the Firecracker this past year? The run they went on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like I just feel like whenever you see AUIT, you better expect a fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because they're going to hit the shit out of the ball. Like that team just scores runs.
It doesn't matter if they have their full team or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they just go.
I'm excited to see what this team does this year and see.
Me too.
I hope they finally get bumped.
So I'll be the little fly on the wall. They might go to B anyways after this year.
But I mean, and I'm not saying that like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I'm not saying that like I want them to get bumped because they go down and finish top 10% at Worlds. Like that's the type of bump I want to see. Oh, Vincent
do you think
Block,
something like
he's the kid that hits the piss out of it, right? Vincent Block, is he the catcher?
Block, he's the catcher, yeah.
He murders the fucking thing.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Do you think this plays into them getting bumped next year already? I mean, it's
No.
a winter world, but there's still a lot of teams in there. I mean, they're at least going to get looked at it. They're already in the sights. Of the national committee, right? They're already in the sights.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like some other people have already been shot down in the sights of the national committee with their reclasses this year.
I know someone who's still waiting on their reclass. I don't know what the fuck is going on with it. Not me, for the first time in 5 years.
Yeah, no, this is. I know what you're saying. I think around here, I think it's a statement in a sense of like what potentially could come from them this year. But again, it's early season. They had a hell of a tournament. They beat the shit out of everybody. I don't know.
I thought this was the year they were going to go to B no matter what. But
Really?
I thought they were going to do it. Yeah, they're good, man. I think the home runs will help them.
Who's pitch? Yeah. Who pitches for him? G and
Hoda, right? That's his name, right?
Pat does. Pat Adams.
Pat, yeah.
That's right. Yep. Thank you.
And Pat's been pitching for them since they were an E team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
And they got
Imagine-
one of the best sponsors in the country too with Ant Demiri. People
Really?
don't know, like literally, he does anything for those guys. They might be a little C team, but they need a glove, they need a bat. He gets it for them.
No shit.
Yeah, and they don't have to worry about jerseys, hotels, flights, houses, anything. They're there to play. He does it all.
Is Ant Frog Hollow?
He's the Frog Hollow, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ant, what's his last name?
Demiri.
Ant Demiri at Frog Hollow Collision.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. I think he's got like 4,500 businesses. He's cooked. He's starting a podcast with some kid. I don't know when it's gonna go live, but they're doing like a life podcast.
A life podcast.
Just because kids like came to his shop one day and asked to follow him around, and they're doing like a podcast.
Oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
Very cool.
Sweet.
That's awesome. So there you go, Ant at Frog Hollow Collision. That's great. Yeah, that's nice when you get somebody like that. And he's been with them for
Yeah,
as long as I've been in softball. Yeah, that's great.
He used to play with them when they were an E team. He obviously doesn't play anymore, but
Well,
yeah.
well, and we've always talked about it here. It's always great when you have great sponsors. It makes the life, makes everything a little bit easier, and you don't have to worry about it. Just get to show up and play ball.
Mm-hmm. Imagine that team. Vandy was on that team. Imagine if he stayed with them.
Right. Yeah.
Jesus,
like
you're
2
right.
years ago.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was just looking. I forgot Vandy was with him. Can you imagine if Vandy was there and Meach was there?
Yeah.
Like,
Wasn't the Chosen's other outfielder with them too? The other lefty kid?
He's still with them, isn't he? The center fielder. Enrich.
No.
Joe
I'm not thinking
Endrich?
of-
Endrich?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Greg wasn't with them. Tavella was with
No. I'll find it.
And
Yeah,
this
the
will
little
be good.
kid. Yeah, I know who he moved to North Carolina, right? I know who you're talking about. He was with Chosen when they came in second. Can't remember his name.
So this will be a good one to keep an eye on all year, but definitely want to give AUIT a little love, especially when they've been going here so long. Patty with the tournament MVP. We got Matthew Domino, Folo, Keith Morsey, and everybody else has dropped. But yeah, those are their all tournament team members. And Pat Adams, Patty, congratulations on being the tournament MVP.
It says right here, Pat pitched and hit 761.
Get the
That's
fuck
good.
out of here.
Keith was 20 for 23, 870. Folo was 21 for 26 at 800, and Matt was 16 for 21 at 760.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Decent weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Guess that's how 20 runs happens.
Yeah,
It did look cold down in Euless, though.
it's always cold there this time of the year.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It looked cold. Fuck. No, so this will be good. That's great. Congratulations to AUIT. Really, like we said, looking forward to seeing what these boys do this year. Before we dive into MFK, looking forward again. We'll see you guys down there. Dustin and I will be down there. I'll be in the stadium. If you're in the stadium, come on up to the fucking booth. Maybe I'll be able to talk to you. Maybe I won't. Dab it up a little bit. D, looking forward to watching you play and seeing how you guys do as well. And Mike, hopefully you get down on Saturday.
If not, I'm gonna have to pay the fucking money to watch it this weekend.
Yeah,
$9.99 for 7 days.
I'm gonna have to do it.
Might just watch like random old baseball games that they have just to get my money's worth.
Oh no, didn't you kill sports last week? You can't watch it.
I did.
That might have been
no,
me.
I didn't. I'm fucking
That was me.
sports.
That's
I got
best.
one more. I got it one more time at how better else to use it than old USSSA baseball games.
It's not cheap. Like, do you think it's all whatever? We're not getting in there on live.
I do.
Yeah. I think everybody agrees.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, head on down. I'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you down at the Challenge Cup. If not, whatever. So many people I was talking to this weekend were like, why don't they just give you like your own, put you behind the paywall and make it rated R? Like, you can be rated R. You just can't talk drugs or glory holes. I'm like, yeah, I can do that.
I think you're fine the way that you do it. They just need to let you do it. Just let you be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There
It's
is a
something
there.
to read, man.
People want to listen to that.
The games start at 8 a.m. You can stay in this booth as long as you want till midnight on Sunday.
Yeah.
Here's
Or-
a pillow. Here's a blanket.
Change my flight for me, and I'll stay there until it's over.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I hope it'll be good. It was funny. DW put the best of commentating out on the U-Trip on USSSA on YouTube from the World Series, and some of the stuff, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking clean.
Was that today?
Yesterday,
Yeah,
yesterday it came out. So, all right, Coco, what you got for the MFK here?
All right. Well, in honor of the New Hampshire primary today.
Isn't it allegedly the primary since the Democrats aren't really?
Look,
my
he's got a
God,
slideshow.
I'd like you to follow along.
Although
here.
I saw the first slide and I like where this is headed, boys.
So some of our more well-known first ladies. You have to start with Martha. So,
Is that an AI version of Martha today?
no, that's a real fucking photo she took, J-Ro. Yes, I use the internet and
Yes,
AI.
Coco.
That's such
Coco,
a
yes.
nice job.
Coco, you're
my
doing
time.
it now. This is what we need. This is what we need.
The year of Coco, he finally
Right.
bites back.
I told you guys.
that
I
doesn't
told you
line
guys
up.
early. Oh my goodness.
So
Yeah,
either,
this. What? Where are the? This is like one of the. This is
Where'd you find this?
like
one?
the opposite. This is like the opposite of like find the differences in the photo, and it's like find the similarities, and there's like 3, and you're like,
they have hair.
The trees, the water, and the clouds.
So Martha Washington, right off the bat, is a strong
First off,
contender.
quick question before we
Yeah.
move on.
Uh-huh.
Are we basing it off of the picture or the painting?
well, I think we're
Everything you know
looking at the
about them.
picture.
Everything
You
you
know
know.
about them. Oh no.
Well, remember, I'm going to know a little bit more. So
Yeah.
All right, so
then
we
we got
Martha
Mary
Wa-
Todd. Mary Todd Lincoln is
What?
Looks like a little kid.
it's not. She was weird, and they were probably related. Yeah,
Look at
she
the
had-
statue behind her, though.
yeah, it's,
Like, something.
yeah. So you go from Martha to Mary Todd, two of our, very
Yeah.
important early.
John Quincy Adams' wife next.
Nope. I went for one that. This is one that if you trust Hollywood, you
I
will
already
have
know.
learned that. Huh?
I already know who it is.
Who is it?
Oh no.
Fucking Michelle Obama.
No.
No.
B. Barbara
It's that
B.
Eleanor
Barbara Bush.
Roosevelt, big type. Love
Jesus
box.
Christ.
So she was a little bit older when she got in there, and here you go. You got Eleanor, who also was a relative of the president that she was married to.
Okay.
Oh, this is disgusting.
This is awful. This was
I'm
so
trying
much better.
I'm trying so hard to just look at the AI image.
Yeah, if it's the real life picture, it's totally different than the fake one.
Right.
Remember when we did
'Cause
the MFK of 80 plus or 70 plus year old women?
We did one of 70-plus-year-old men.
That too.
Yes. Hayes, how old is Martha Washington in this painting of her right here?
Let me reverse search it.
8? Is she 8
No,
or
dude,
9?
no. Alabaster skin. They made everyone look young, and you had to get married young because you fucking died.
That's what I'm at. That's why I'm asking you
But
what the
Who's Lincoln looks like she's fucking 16. Not even.
Yeah. Go to
Like an
Lincoln.
8-year-old in a dress.
Let me get. To,
I'm basing all of my answers tonight off of AI images.
Me too.
So
Me too. I'm marrying Lincoln.
Really?
Yes,
I
I'm.
would
going
like to see Lincoln
fuck
again.
Martha, and I'm going to kill whoever the third one was. I can't remember who it
Yeah.
is.
Coco, can we see Lincoln again?
Absolutely.
Please?
Oh wait, hold on. I'm new to this. Don't forget. Here's Mary Todd.
Not
it's
the
so
one-
hard. It's
not
so
the-
hard not to look at the picture on the left.
Yeah, don't look at the one on the left.
She looks a little bit like Hezbollah.
She looks like what's the catcher from fucking League of Their Own?
No, she doesn't look anything like
the
the catcher.
catcher.
She
Marlo.
looks like the second baseman.
Yeah,
The fucking the painting of her, she just
Marla
looks
Hooch.
like
yeah.
she looks like she's that fucking one lady in the neighborhood when you used to play that would always fucking yell at you through her kitchen window. just be a miserable fuck. Can you go to Eleanor?
Yeah, I was
This
really
one's not
close
good.
to. No, it's
No.
not. It's not.
Not good. Not good.
No.
Yeah.
She's dying. She's done.
Yeah. She's dead.
She's done.
So
I think
this
I'm-
one
I think
might
I'm
kill
gonna-
you. She, I'm a huge proponent of mental health awareness. She had some fucking screws loose.
Perfect.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
it's easy. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Marry, fuck, kill.
Oh, see.
It's such a There we go. I'm marrying Martha, fucking Lincoln, and then the other
Yeah.
one's
Yeah,
one's out.
yeah, that one's
Is it a
done.
queen's sweep, boys?
Yeah,
clean
that's-
sweep?
Yeah.
Unless you have some other interesting fun facts about these ladies, these AI image ladies. That, you know,
I
I
know
just
how
love
long-
the rack on
how long-
Martha.
How long was the research for this?
Nothing. I made it. I made it.
Yeah,
I made all of it.
he's a history guy.
I
He
did
probably
this in
had this. He probably had this for his.
Is this what he's fucking
one of his
jerking off to
classes
tonight?
tomorrow. Yeah,
So
this is it.
I did have a second. I think I have a good one. I had a second Mary fuck kill, but I thought I should be political.
Give it up.
tonight.
Nah, give up the second
Sure?
one. Yeah.
All right.
We can do
Yeah, we
that.
got another hour.
No, because then I gotta
Oh, no.
I gotta go to sleep. I have 2 finals to give tomorrow.
All right,
All right,
what's this
J-Ro.
good Mary fuck kill?
Hold on.
And
let me
one of,
stop
one of
sharing.
them is the Mary fuck kill on the, what we just
right.
saw.
That was
Mary
the
fuck
least
kill.
controversial. Like that
And-
was such a.
And we just set the grading, the grading scale. It's Mary fuck kill 1, 2, 3 in that order.
All right, so
That's
this
the
one.
final.
Mary fuck kill and its social media. Facebook. Shit, there was Instagram. Hold on, I'm back. Reddit.
Ooh, this is
That's
big
easy.
now because
That's
Reddit is
fucking
huge
easy.
right now.
J-Ro,
Reddit-
remember you get rid of
I'm
Reddit.
very-
Easy porn.
I'm marrying Reddit.
Yeah, me
Dang,
too.
Mary Reddit, fuck Instagram, kill Facebook. Done.
Exactly. So
Easy.
I'm gonna flip,
Go-
I'm
go-
gonna
go,
flip
you're-
Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm killing Facebook I'm fucking Facebook and killing Instagram.
Yeah, me too.
But
'Cause I can see
technically,
my
it's
family
still the
one
same.
more
It's
time.
it's meta. It's still meta.
But like my most of my family doesn't have Instagram, so I can't see relatives.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
what do you-
I like to
I'm
see
on-
it every once in a while.
I'm on that same page.
Thank you.
What about?
All right.
All right, here you go. TikTok, Instagram, Reddit.
And I don't even have TikTok on my
I
phone.
haven't
Yeah, I don't
TikTok
use
in so
TikTok.
long, man.
That's why I didn't include it. I knew you'd be the only one.
It's been
I'm
so long.
hip. I'm one of the hip kids.
Maybe last
Yeah,
night was
we're
first
the
time
old
off.
guys here. And all we have is Facebook.
I'm the fucking oldest one here, and I'm the one scrolling TikTok. It's all Call of Duty and fucking softball, and I don't. My butts are on Instagram, although that's getting fucked up because it's all now like children's shit, like pregnancy stuff. I'm like, fucking goddamn,
Okay.
bring back the butts.
Wow,
please.
that
Lots of
take it out,
children.
take it
I
out of
was like,
context.
whoa.
This is not good. I'm like, where is this conversation
We
going?
all gave you a look.
What else is new?
Oh,
I was getting looks all
God.
weekend. I'm gonna get looks all this weekend. Well, thanks for tuning in again this week, everybody. Looking forward to seeing some of you guys. I know Jackson May is going to be back down there this weekend, so looking forward to seeing him. But we'll see you guys, Viera. If not, we'll talk to you next week.
See you guys.
See ya.